Welcome to Sociology for Competitive Exams. In this video, I'm going to talk about Frankfurt School of Thought. If you are new to this channel, I'm uploading more videos on sociology. If you are preparing for UGC NET GATE exam in sociology, state level eligibility test in sociology, other PhD entrance exams for sociology, you can subscribe to this channel. I will be uploading more videos on sociology. Let's get started. I referred three study materials to make this video. You can read further to get more knowledge on Frankfurt School in sociology. What is Frankfurt School? The school is also known as neo-Marxist or critical theory school. In this school, there were a group of researchers or philosophers or social scientists associated with the Institute for Social Research. This is an institute. It's like an educational institute. It is purely for research purpose. It was located in Frankfurt am Main, Germany, located in Europe. It was affiliated to University of Frankfurt. This was the first Marxist-oriented research center in the world. What is Marxist-oriented research? In this research, researcher will more focus on power imbalances and class conflict between the proletariat and bourgeoisie. We say as in general workers and owners. They will also address exploitation, social exclusion, economic and social revolution. They focused on Marxism and Hegelian philosophy. Marxism is a more material based ideology. Hegelian is immaterial ideology. It's idea based ideology which helped the researcher to address the various issues. Now, Frankfurt School more focused on the various issues in Europe. This research school more focused on criticizing the large corporations and monopoly, how big companies, private sectors influenced the economy of the state, and how only one company or one corporate sector is influencing the various sectors of the economy in the state. And the Frankfurt School researchers addressed how the role of technology influenced the labor and workers' wages, and they also addressed how the industrialization process influenced the day-to-day activities of the individual and their culture and familial relations, and they addressed how the capitalist society didn't give more importance to the individual, how the individualistic approach declined during this period, and why and how the freedom of the individual is influenced during that period. They also address about the fascism and Nazism. It is about ideology of authoritarianism. In fascism, the leaders thought that only the particular class people can rule the society. In Nazism, only the particular race people can rule the society. So the Frankfurt School sociologists more focused on micro sociology. They want to study the micro level society, like one individual to individual interaction, small group interaction. They wanted to address in this period, and they more focused on subjectivity, subjective meaning of the phenomena, not objective. If you take Chicago School, they more focused on objectivity, but Frankfurt School more focused on subjectivity. Also, they addressed how human needs and desires influence the social structure. Now, history of Frankfurt School. In 1923, this Institute for Social Research was founded by Karl Grunberg. Later, in 1930, Max Horkheimer was leading and directing this Institute for Social Research. Max Horkheimer more focused on objective interpretation. Max Horkheimer believed that researchers cannot be purely objective. The phenomena also can be interpreted through the subjective meaning. Also, he encouraged the social changes, and he encouraged the research scholars and research scientists to enlighten and emancipate the people about the social changes. And he recruited in his period various research scholars like T.W. Adorno, Pollack, and Elik from and Herbert Marcus and Walter Benjamin. These research scholars contributed a lot to address the various changes and various issues in the social system. And they also hosted a journal called Zeitschrift for Social Fortune. It's a French journal, in English, a Journal for Social Research. It was hosted by this institute during 1932 to 1941. In this period, in Europe, there were rise of Stalinism in the Soviet Union. The Stalinism is an ideology created by Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin is a head of the Soviet during 1924 to 1953. People were disliking the concept of one-party totalitarian police state, and there were a rapid industrialization, socialism in one country. The leader want only the Soviet Union to follow the socialism, not other countries. And he emphasized to do collectivization of culture, which was disliked by the citizen of the particular state. Also, the class conflict was intensified, and there were colonization of Eastern Europe. This Stalinism was disliked by many individuals, and there were rapid industrialization. There were no more importance to the human needs and desires, and there were fascism and Nazism, Nazism in Germany and fascism in Italy. So this is also criticized by the school of Frankfurt. There were researchers addressing the various issues led by Nazism and fascism. What is fascism? Fascism is about ideology in that only particular group of individuals can rule the state. It is also known as a bundle of sticks controlling the individuals. It is about class superiority and curbing the freedom from the individuals. Nazism, it's about the particular race can lead the state, and only race superiority can exist in the state. So it was existing in Germany, led by Hitler, and fascism was existing in Italy, led by Mussolini. So most of the Frankfurt School scientists were Jews. So fascism and Nazism were against to their ideologies. Then what they did during 1930s, after Hitler's succession, many of the research scholars of Institute for Social Research were left Germany. Many found refuge in the United States, and during 1934 to 1948, these institute affiliated to Columbia University in the USA. After 1948, in 1949, they returned to Frankfurt School again. This school dissolved. They disliked orthodox Marxism, even though they focused on the deep ideology of Marxism, that is called capitalism. What they believed that not only economy influencing the inequality, unequal structure in the society, we need to focus more about the ideas, culture. Also, they need to more focus on day-to-day activities, day-to-day interpretation of the individual, how they structurize the social system. Eugen Habermas, the most prominent member of the Frankfurt School in post-war decades, especially 1948 to 1980, he tried to open critical theory to developments like analytical philosophy, linguistic analysis, and structuralism and hermeneutics. So, hermeneutics is the interpretation of the books, interpretation of religious text, and criticizing the various books written by the previous philosophers. After Eugen Habermas, there were many changes in the school. There recently, in 2021, Stephen Lesenich is a director of the Institute for Social Research. Still, there are research scholars on more focusing on inequality, imbalances, and addressing various issues of the current social system. The focused area of this research school was domination and exploitation in the society. They criticized more about the Stalinist variety of socialism during that period. They also argued that Marxism was not a closed system. It is a open system. Everybody can reach the rich class, the highest class in the social system. Also, they more concerned with the cultural and ideological issues than the political economy. It was more emphasized by the Marxists. And also, they advocate for counter culture. Whatever new culture is existing and creating, reforming in the society, they encouraged it. They call it counter culture. It's against to the existing culture. There will be new culture. They are always encouraging it, and they criticize the traditional culture. And the Frankfurt School also criticized on authoritarian familial structure and socialization process in education. They emphasized that the familial structure and educational structure more focus on patriarchy as well as the high class and low class. They always criticize the stratification. They don't want to stratify the social system. They don't want to dominated by someone in the society. They also stand for sexual liberation. They supported LGBTQs. Recently, what we say, they supported different unique ideas created in that period. And also, the school don't want to public to be manipulated by the political parties through the market research and advertising agencies. They also address the ruling classes, how they are influencing their ideas through imposing their cultural norms and their beliefs and values on the masses. Frankfurt School was aware of the failure of communist movement in Western Europe, and they were critical of all ideologies because ideologies don't offer a true account of the reality. They believed that the ideas are not directly related to the reality. They want to address the reality through the adoptable ideas. And the Frankfurt School were critical of cultural and social philosophies and practices which emphasize that inequalities are created uh, by God. Inequalities are not man-made. So they were against to this idea, and they also addressed why bourgeoisie rule and capitalism have not been overthrown as Marx had predicted. And they found that the proletariat class is not enough for revolution. They need more consciousness about their togetherness. And Frankfurt School addressed that the proletariat class must acquire the necessary revolution consciousness to overthrow the bourgeoisie, the owner groups, and it is responsibility of intellectuals to guide the masses in this respect. They also address to ensure stability of the system, how and by what method the authority structures the domination in the society. Apart from the previously mentioned social researchers, some social scientists are including Max Weber and Sigmund Freud under this school because Max Weber had talked about rationalization. So that rationalization it's similar to Frankfurt School social scientist thought, and also Sigmund Freud concept of psychoanalysis had played a vital role during this period. So I hope this video is very useful. If you couldn't understand, you can ask your questions, you can listen to this video repeatedly so that you will get clarity on it. Thank you for watching. I'll be uploading more videos on sociology. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you.